Welcome to Elevate Your Inner Compass, our weekly YouTube live. And I actually think that I added the wrong slide. So let me add the correct slides as we are hopping on. Okay, let's see here. Wrong slide again. Welcome everyone to this week's Elevate Your Inner Compass. I'm so excited for us to get started. I'm going to add the correct slides. So let me get those up and running. And as you are joining me, think about the goals that you've got for the next 7 days. Think about the goals that you're going to create. Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. And we're going to get started. All right, it's loading slowly but surely. It is loading. Can everyone hear and see me? Let's see here. All right, we've got our slides. Good afternoon from California. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Welcome to Elevate Your Inner Compass, our weekly YouTube live show. I am so excited for us to get started. All right, we've got audio and video are good. Amazing. If you are wanting to get more Inner Compass support as you are tuning into these shows, don't remind yourself that if you are wanting some additional work, you can work with me in a group setting or even in a one-on-one setting. So it doesn't have to just stop here at the YouTube lives. We can also connect individually and in a group setting, and all of the information is in the description below. Today's topic is bouncing back with daylight savings coming on Sunday. I can't believe we're going to lose an hour of sleep, and it can really throw us off. So we're going to be talking about how to bounce back. We're going to set our goals for the next 7 days. We're going to talk about what worked the last 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since our last YouTube live. We're going to talk about what worked for you, what you need to modify, what you need to take away, what you need to add to get in alignment. It's the first week of the month. It's not the first week of the month. It's the first YouTube live of the month. Good afternoon from Alaska. Thank you for being here. We're also going to talk about what we need to overcome in the next 7 days. I know for spring, daylight savings, it really throws me off. I know it's 1 hour that we lose of sleep, but it really just throws my internal clock off. And that 1 hour is very valuable. We're going to talk about how we can bounce back from that. We're going to do some EFT tapping, guided meditation. The inspiration for this week is bouncing back. And what I mean by bouncing back is whenever we get thrown off our routine, whether we have a holiday that we are bouncing back from, whether we are preparing for spring break and that throws us off our schedule because our kiddos are not in school or they're not in their normal daily routine. March tends to be a lot of new energy. Spring is around the corner. We're getting more daylight. We're getting more sun. We're getting amped up, ready for all the changes in our nature. And it can really just bring up a lot of confusion, stress, or even fear of how do I bounce back and stay in alignment with my routine. So I want you to think about something that you either know in the next few weeks or something from the last few weeks that you have to bounce back from. This could be something that threw you off. Maybe a disagreement with a family member or even a disagreement with a friend that can really throw us off our game. It can throw us off of our mojo. So really just think about something that you have been needing to bounce back from. And I'd love to hear in the chat. I am bouncing back. I'll share a little bit as you're reflecting for yourself. I just got back from a vacation and bouncing back, getting right into work, getting into my routine. Yesterday, I took the day off, which was really helpful so I could unpack and get my week ready, sleep. The time zone 4-hour difference kind of threw me off. I was waking up at super early because my body was used to waking up early. Anyways, I'd love to hear in the chat, what is something that you are needing support in bouncing back from? Whether that is something professional, personal, relationship wise, something that you are needing to bounce back from. And then we can talk about how we can create this really in alignment of bouncing back. Here are some tips to help you bounce back as you identified whatever your stressor or the thing that you are bouncing back from is sticking to your non-negotiables. We've got some action in the chat. Bouncing back from injury to continue from my regular routine. Yes, definitely. And if you are experiencing an injury, needing more rest. And if we need more rest, that usually tends to pull away from all of the activities or daily things that we have to do. When we create our non negotiables, if you were a part of the 30 days of wellness, we talked about non negotiables quite frequently. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my YouTube channel and see all the 30 days of wellness videos. So, our non negotiables are going to be the best thing we can give ourselves when we are bouncing back from getting off of our routine or feeling a setback. And our non negotiables tend to be the first things we stop doing when we feel stressed. In reality, those are the best things we can do to help us stay in alignment and stay off this idea of being stressed or overwhelmed. When the body and the brain knows what to expect with our non-negotiables, it's naturally going to lower that stress hormone, that cortisol that's being released in the body, because the brain can kind of go on this natural autopilot. And I don't mean autopilot in a way that we're not in the present moment or not in our body, but really going on autopilot can really help us when we are trying to get back into that flow, trying to create that motivation. So, I would love to hear in the chat what it is a non negotiable that you can either stick to or revamp over the next 7 days as you are working on your bouncing back identity. I'm going to move the mic a little bit. For me, my non negotiable that has been really helpful for me of bouncing back is doing my morning routine. And I do about 5 things in my morning routine when I can start the day tuning in, looking inward, nurturing my inner compass. I feel that the rest of the day just goes in a nice flow without this pressure, without this forced energy. So, thinking about what non negotiable you can either add more to or stay more consistent with is going to help you, especially as we're preparing this weekend. So, as we are looking at daylight savings specifically, if you could spend time Friday or Saturday, or even blocking off time on Sunday to really hone in on your non negotiables, that's going to help you as we are losing an hour this weekend for you to bounce back. Ask yourself, what are your goals for the next 7 days? So, we've got March 7th through March 14th, the next 7 days. What are some of the goals you have? And when we look at our goals, we can look at the three main areas. We've got our personal goals, our professional goals, and then relationship goals. And relationship goals are friends, families, coworkers, acquaintances, things that we do when we interact with people. So I'm going to play some soft music as you are writing down what your goals are for the next 7 days. Beautiful. If anyone wants to share in the chat box or even the comment section below, what are your goals for the next 7 days? Need to plan around this rest time and block the non negotiables in pen. Even if it's 10 minutes, I get to dedicate it to it. Yes, exactly. We sometimes have this all or nothing or black and white thinking that if I can't do my non negotiables 110%, I won't even do them at all. but it's the little bite-sized pieces that can be more impactful than skipping it. So if you could just do 5 minutes of your non-negotiable, let's say your non-negotiable is moving your body, whether sweating or stretching, and if you could say, all right, well, maybe I'm just going to do desk yoga. Maybe you go on YouTube and you look up desk yoga so that way I can sit at my desk and I can do some yoga. I don't even have to get out of my chair. They have couch yoga, they've got bed yoga. So, how can you stick to your non negotiables, even if it's just a piece of what your goal is? When we can do more bite sized pieces versus not doing it at all, usually when we get that momentum going, we're like, oh, wow, this is a lot easier than I expected. This is a lot easier than I remembered it to be. That's kind of how I was today when I was on the treadmill. I, on vacation, walked outside and I didn't need to go on the treadmill. And today I was kind of dreading it. I'm like, oh, the treadmill is kind of boring and not as fun. And I got on the treadmill, and within 5 minutes, I was like, wow, this feels really good. I'm so glad that I just got on the treadmill because I feel really good and in alignment. So, identifying your goals for the next 7 days. Now you're going to ask yourself what worked well. Really just highlight what helped you get successful, what helped you stay in alignment, what allowed you to be the best version of yourself in the last 7 days. And since I haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks, what worked for you in the last 2 weeks? So I'm going to put some music on so you can journal of what worked well. Really, this is a time for you to highlight your wins. I really want you to give yourself that high five of I was successful and here are all the reasons. Brain dump all the reasons that you were successful in the last 7 days. Beautiful. I'd love to hear in the chat, why were you successful? What worked for you? What was helpful? What was your win of the day or win of the week? So often we think that we need to celebrate the really big milestones or the big successes, when in reality, getting up every single day, getting dressed, showering, eating, those can all be wins. And when we focus on the wins, the brain says, wow, this feels really good, because we are signaling that dopamine to be created. And then when we get that dopamine, that feel good chemical, the brain says, ooh, let's get more of this. And we're going to be able to see how we are successful in so many other areas because we're focusing on those small wins, which allow us to blossom to more wins. Planning or having a blueprint to guide me saved me. What an amazing win. Everyone go check out her channel. She has so many plan with me's and tips for success. I highly recommend her videos. Okay, so now ask yourself what didn't work. And I'm not saying what didn't work in a negative or like, oh man, this sucks. I really want you to use this as feedback of what not to carry for the next 7 days. So, something that maybe you were thinking of was I spent too much time on social media, or I just spent too much time on my phone in general, or instead of going outside and playing with my family, I just sat down and isolated. So really ask yourself what didn't work as you are reflecting for the last 7 days, and I'll play some music for you to take some time to reflect. Amazing. So, if you want to be brave and vulnerable, you can share in the chat what didn't work for you, and remind yourself that this is not to shame yourself or to say that you've done anything wrong. This is clearly merely just feedback on what is working and what is not working, so we can release what's not working and make room for what is working. Okay, so as you are looking at the next 7 days, ask yourself these three questions. What do I need to add to become more successful or more in alignment with my goals? What do I need to take away? What's not working for me that I need to release? And what do I need to modify to really stay in the state of flow of being successful, creative, connected, and getting everything taken care of for yourself? So I'm going to play some music and you can ask yourself these three questions. What do you need to add, modify, and take away for you to be successful? Following through and prioritizing me, I'm a caregiver, need to push myself more. Yes, the me time, we think constantly, all right, I'll take care of everyone else and whatever is left over, I will give to myself. And if we flip that and make sure we're taking care of ourselves first, then what's actually happening is we can keep giving more and more and more because as our cup is full, right? If we've got a full cup, we can keep pouring. Oh my gosh, I just poured all over my pants. I thought that was empty. Oh my goodness. You guys are witnessing real life action of coffee spilling. See, my cup was full. I was able to nurture and give to everyone else. So when we start with a full cup, we're able to constantly give. Receive the green light to continue PT, main focus on getting well. That is amazing. Congratulations. Yes, when we focus on those wins, we can see what we can continue to move forward. Oh my gosh, I just showered too now. I'm covered in coffee foam. So, what we're going to do now is create a plan to overcome any challenges. As we know, a main challenge that we've got on Sunday is we are losing an hour. Some people say, "Oh, that doesn't bother me. It's the weekend." While other people say, "It really throws me off for a couple days and it takes me a lot to kind of bounce through that." So create a plan. If you have any challenges that you've seen in the future in the next 7 days, make a plan of, "Okay, I've got this stressor I've identified. Here's my plan to overcome it." I'm either going to ask for support, I'm going to do an EFT tapping video, I'm going to do some breathing, I'm going to journal about it, or I'm going to maybe reach out to someone else. So take some time. I'm going to grab a napkin to wipe all of this coffee up. Mindless scrolling on social media is something that needs to be hugely modified. It's not productive for me. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, if we are content creators, we think, oh, I'm going on to get inspiration or I'm looking up trends. And in reality, we're really not doing that because there are certain pages that we could just click on that give us the trends or the audio. And so, social media tends to be a setback, but we can be mindful about it and say, all right, I'm going to put a timer on, or I'm going to make sure I do it at the very end of the day, but I'm not going to let it interfere with my sleep. So we can really make a plan to be successful with that. Let's do some tapping. So, what we're going to tap on today is trusting that we can bounce back, that we have everything inside of us, inside of our inner compass to handle any stress. Because as of right now, 1:26 Alaska time, you have handled 100% of everything that life has thrown at you. And you might be saying, well, I didn't really handle it with grace. If you are alive, you have handled it successfully. right? The main goal of us is to stay alive throughout all of the stressors. And if you are alive, you have survived all of the stressors. I end up looking at cat and dog videos. Yes, those just don't go on TikTok because those just they have this really cute little bunny just eating the strawberries on TikTok, and that one is really fun. Okay, so let's start tapping. Focus on, close your eyes and focus on whether that's the fear, the uncertainty, or even the stress you might be experiencing as you are reflecting on bouncing back and getting into alignment with your goals and your vision. So, whenever you're ready, chin up, start tapping, and repeat after me. I'm ready to bounce back. I'm ready to look inward. And I'm ready to achieve my goals. Side of the eye. I'm going to make a plan. And I'm going to stick to my non negotiables. Under your eye. I can do this. And I can have fun in the process. Collarbone. I'm open to the possibilities that life can be fun and really exciting. It's safe to release this fear, and it's safe to release this stress. Take a deep breath and squeeze your wrist. Release and let it go. Close your eyes, scan your body. We're going to do a round on tapping on releasing any stress that you're feeling. So if you have any tension in your body, maybe you've got like a sore back, you've got some tension in your shoulders, you've got a pit in your stomach, some stress that you're feeling in your chest, I just want you to close your eyes and focus on that part of you that is feeling the stress and the tension. And you can keep your eyes closed for this next tapping, or you can keep them open, whatever works for you. So start tapping and repeat after me at the top of your eyebrow. All of this stress in my body, it's safe to release and let it go. Side of the eye. All of this tension, I'm setting it free. Under your eye. As I acknowledge this stress, I'm going to allow it to dissolve, disappear, and fade away. Collarbone. I'm ready to release it, and I'm ready to feel really good. It's safe to be me. Take a deep breath and squeeze your wrist. Release and let it go. We're going to do some breathing with butterfly tapping. I'm not sure if we've done this yet in our YouTube live, so we're going to add it and infuse it. So basically just start butterfly tapping like this. And I want you to just focus on every inhale and every exhale. Beautiful. And as your body is just focusing on your breath, just visualize releasing any tension that your body is storing. So as you're focusing on inhaling, taking those deep breaths, then exhaling. Beautiful. And I'm going to be quiet so you can just really focus on inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Take a deep breath and squeeze your wrist. The butterfly tapping with breath work, in my opinion, is the best merger of both, because when we are butterfly tapping, we're stimulating both parts of our brain at the same time. And when we are actually doing that pattern breathing, or we're changing our breath or focusing on our breath, we're able to ground and center and lower our heart rate, which is going to naturally regulate your nervous system so you can take the day on with more ease and flow. Let's do one more round of tapping. We are going to do positive affirmations. Chin up, start tapping, and repeat after me. I'm ready to take on the day, and I'm ready to win the day. I can do this. Side of the eye. I'm ready to be successful, and I'm ready to celebrate my wins. Because you know what they say, under your eye. The better it gets, the better it gets. The best is yet to come. Collarbone. And I'm ready for the best. And I'm prepared for the best. I'm open to the possibilities that life gets to be fun, exciting, and filled with magic. Take a deep breath and squeeze your wrist. Let's have you look left, look right, look up and down. And let's just move your body to shake off any tension that you're feeling. Woohoo! Shake, 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 shake. So good. Relaxed. Yeah. EFT tapping with the breath work and the EMDR, those three, I just feel like are the best version to connect. So scan your body and what are you noticing? Has there been a shift? Are you noticing any new changes? Just let me know in the chat what you're feeling as we prepare for our guided meditation. Yeah, amazing. We're feeling good. All right, so I want you to kind of get in a comfortable position. If you need to move your hips a little bit. Move your body. Gently close your eyes and start focusing your attention on your breath. And if you want to take this guided meditation to the next level, you can definitely do some butterfly tapping as you are guiding yourself through this meditation. The butterfly tapping is going to allow you to get into a deeper practice while releasing any stress or anxiety that your body is holding on to. And you can just start tapping and breathing. I want you to focus on the emotion of success. And I want you to identify where you feel success in your body. Do you feel it in your head, your chest, your shoulders? Where do you feel this? And I want you to close your eyes and gently allow your body to absorb this feeling of success. That it is safe to embrace this feeling and that it is safe for you. Sorry. The mailman just came and rang the doorbell. My dog thinks he's a guard dog. So you know what? That's life. Life throws stressors at us. Life is unpredictable and we can just roll through the punches. I apologize in advance. So let's bring our attention back to the present moment, the here and now, focusing on your body, focusing on your inhales and your exhales. Going back to that vision of being successful and feeling success in your body. Feeling safe to embrace this feeling and really allowing it to spread. If you could identify this emotion with a color, maybe pink, green, blue, or even yellow, allowing your body to breathe this color throughout your body so every inch of you can feel this success. Spreading it from your head to your toes. It is safe to be successful and it is safe to embrace this part of you. And as you were thinking about bouncing back and getting into alignment, I want you to focus on this color that you have connected to the word success. And as you are envisioning bouncing back and getting back into that state of flow, feel that color throughout your whole body. And how we can get that color to spread is by taking deep, deep, mindful breaths through your nose and out your mouth, focusing on every inhale and every exhale. Taking a moment here to really just allow your body to feel good. No need to worry about what needs to get done or what needs to happen. Just embracing this feeling in the here and now. And as you're focusing on this feeling, give yourself permission to increase this feeling for the rest of the day. And anytime you need a reminder, go back to that color and start tapping. It is safe to feel good, and it is safe to embrace this part of you. And now what I want you to do is take 3 deep breaths and come back to the group. Beautiful. I'd love to know in the comment section what color was success for you. We've got confidence. When I think of success, I always tend to think of like the color gold, like shimmering and bright and vibrant. But I'd love to hear what color you connected with success. That concludes. We've got soft pink, hand green crystal ball. Beautiful. Yellow strength. Amazing. So, the colors that you've coined, anytime you are feeling stress or out of alignment in the next 7 days, do some butterfly tapping. Visualize that color and that word that you have shared. And because we've already done the butterfly tapping, we have now coined that for your mind and body. And it's kind of like an intuitive cue. So, when you start doing that and you focus on that, the body knows, let's relax and let's calm our senses. It's a magical, powerful experience that you can give to your body. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's YouTube Live, Elevate Your Inner Compass and Bouncing Back. I will see you all next Tuesday. And if you have any recommendations of what you want the topic to be, let me know in the comment section, or you can send me a message on Instagram of what you would love to have on the weekly YouTube series, and I will definitely bring that in. Amazing work today. I am so proud of you for showing up and connecting to your inner compass and taking time for yourself. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye, everyone.